Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation. My name's Dave and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm looking at the Matchbox 900 TP-27, released in 1978. Alright, so the cool thing about this is that the actual names of the items in this 2-pack are not listed whatsoever. So I had to do a little research. For the train on the right hand side, that is the number 43 NMP labeled 040 Steam Loco or Locomotive, and the car on the left hand side is labeled the number 44E Passenger Coach, which as some of us might know, it's a Caboose. So really interesting. Now it says Passenger Coach on the bottom of the vehicle as well, and we'll see that later on with the copyright crap. And that's just because most of these use the same bottom base with the wheels, and then they put a new top on it. So really interesting stuff. Now this again is another gift review from Brent. He bought a bunch of these and brought them over so I can film them. And Brent, thank you again. I hope I could do it justice. So we have a lot to talk about. For the size of these two pieces that come in this 2-pack, we're looking at about 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters long, which seems to be the standard for this type of Matchbox train. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is go over the mold, get nice and close, show everybody at home what we'll be getting if you decide to purchase this. Then we're going to look at the paint, compare it to some other pieces, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. Now before we crack this bad boy open, I wanted to talk about the box. First up, it's very white, and we have that nice hand-drawn art in the front. But in the back, we have this nice little layout. It's very simplistic, but it gets the job done. On the top, it says Matchbox 900, which looks great. And then we have our little list of 2-packs. There's 6 of them here, like TP-11 is a tractor and a trailer. And one that stood out to me the most was TP-20. Not only because it's another train, but it's a diesel engine with a cool looking cart that has a movable bucket on the back. So very nice. And the reason why this stood out is because I believed I owned it. When I was about 4 or 5, I used to be so into trains, Thomas, and apparently these. My diesel engine was yellow and red. So I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that, maybe do a review in the future. But now let's crack this bad boy open. Alright, here we have Brent helping us out. Let's open this bad boy up, Brent. As we can see, this one, the glue is a little stronger than our last review. But very nicely done. Let's get these trains out. And there we are, mint condition. Look at that shine. I have to say the Locomotive looks great. The Caboose also looks good. The stickers are on and they look fantastic. So now let's get a closer look at these bad boys, one at a time. Alright, just like in all my reviews, I'm going to go over everything about the mold and then we'll get a nice close-up look. So first up, let's take a look at this bad boy, see all the details. We have our drive wheels. We have our coal bunker, our cabin, main dome, smokestack, and everything's on there. We even have our smoke box door, bumpers, our coupling, and look at the back. We have that little cable, and the coupling can come in and out with that hook. Excellent. And this one doesn't really rotate. It's kind of stiff, but all good, mint condition. And on the bottom, we have our copyright crap, made in England. Very nice and very unique. And I love the color. I love green, but this is great and the sticker looks amazing. Alright, having a closer look, here we can see a couple fine details on the sides. Looking good with these little supports and beams. Coming to the front, we can see our actual smoke box door, the little levers there, which is awesome. We have our side again on top of the cabin. Just really nicely detailed, and I love the back of this. The slight curve going up, the little cables, everything's there that should be, and on the top, black coal. And look at the mold there, great. Very nice. Now one thing I really was bewildered by is the logo, the NP. Now, I did a lot of research trying to find a train line that went with this logo, and I personally could not find anything from the 60s, 70s, before it, and even now. If you're a train buff and you know what that means, please let me know in the comments below. Moving to the bottom, we can see our copyright crep, 1978, made in England. Looking good, nicely done wheels, just a fantastic piece. Now, having a quick look at the Caboose or passenger coach, I never would have thought I would take a look at a Caboose on my channel, but here we go. We have our roof. On the top, we have our observation post, looking good, and I just love the design here. We have our number on the side as well. You can see a door there with a nice little support beam. Our couplings and bumpers are all there. We have the 5810 and 6102. Looking good. I love the little details, especially for the door there and on the sides and the roof. Very nice. And our coupling hook can go in and out. On the bottom, I gotta flip it around there. You can see it's made in England and it's called a passenger coach. So very interesting, 1978. All in all, a very nice piece. Alright, having a closer look, just look at the roof here. Very nicely detailed, no translucent windows or anything like that, but the mold is pretty good. We have our sticker looking great with the 5810 and 6102. Beautifully molded bottom section and wheels. Excellent. Now, believe it or not, I never really knew what a caboose was, besides it looking cool. And after doing a little research, I found out that basically it was a place for the train crew to sleep, have accommodations, all that fun stuff. So the different parts on here is similar to what we would see on a normal caboose. The big part on the top is an observation post, and then inside of there, of course, we have a restroom, maybe an ice box and different stuff. And there we have our copyright, beautifully done wheels. Just an all-around great piece. Nice. And now looking at that paint on the number 43 NMP labeled 040 Steam Loco, this bad boy has two main colors on its body. First we have black, which looks really good. It's on the wheels, the base, and the center section. And then we also have a very metallic shiny green, which is the die-cast part on this miniature. And I love it. It's mirroring everything, and it looks great. We also have our sticker, which is green, black, tan, and also red. And I think that looks great. The fact that this is from 1978 and the stickers are still on here and preserved, even though it just came out of the box, is amazing. Whoever took care of this before Brent bought it really knew what they were doing. Moving on to the paint on the 44E passenger coach, aka the Caboose. This one has three main colors. We have black for our base and railings, green for the main body, and then for the upper portion and roof and observation post, we have a nice tan. Now I had to dim my lights because this tan just lights up and gets super bright, but well worth it because this is amazing. I love the paint on here. Black and green are some of my favorite colors, so to see this is amazing. And you can't forget the sticker, which is mint. It's green, we have some tan, red, and black. I just love how, you know, it's been in the box for so long and they're still on there and they are tight onto that main body. So very nice, a great piece. And a cool piece of toy history. And now for our size comparison with the Matchbox 900 TP-27 2-pack released in 1978. I have it next to some other die-cast vehicles. First, on the left-hand side, towards the center, we have the green Matchbox number 47 Pannier Locomotive, released in 1978. It's part of the same line, and they go great together. I love the greens on here. Very nice. And finally, on the far left-hand side, we have the Hot Wheels 1989 Batmobile. This came out in 2021. and to this date it remains one of my favorites. And I know a lot of you out there collect Hot Wheels, especially Batmobiles, so I thought it would be a good mix. Plus my good friend Brent is obsessed with Batman, so it's a little nod to him. All in all, some great looking pieces here, everybody. So if you're interested in seeing reviews of anything I reviewed here, please check the links in the description below. And that does it today for my review of the Matchbox 900 TP-27, released in 1978. This 2-pack featured a steam locomotive and also a passenger coach, aka a caboose. Now the numbers for these are as follows. The steam locomotive is a number 43 NMP labeled 040 steam loco, and our caboose is labeled as a 44E passenger coach, which are very nice. Now for the size, they are about 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters long, which goes well with the rest of the line, and current Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars if you're interested. Now what did we look at today? We looked at 2 pieces from 1978, which are beautifully detailed. I love the subtle little molding aspects on here, such as the support beams, little handles, the wheels, couplings, smokestacks. Everything that should be on here is, and for the time period, these are pretty awesome. For the paint, the caboose and the loco actually do go together. We have different blacks and greens and tans all working together, and I think it looks perfect. Now, even though these are old, they were kept in pristine condition in their box, and it shows. There's no paint chipping or anything on here, which is very impressive and very cool. Now, one aspect I never really discussed in these reviews is that you can actually use the couplings and put them together. As you can see, I have the caboose next to the train and they're connected. Now in reality, I think the caboose should be the other way around, but it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to show off that they can go together, and that to me was always amazing. I love when robots or vehicles can connect or go together or link up, and this is right up my alley. So when you take everything I talked about and you boil it down, the real essence of this video is that for 1978, these are magnificently made. I think they stand the test of time, they look good, they still function, they could roll and do all that, they could link together, there's no paint damage, the stickers are still on. So when you take everything I talked about and boil it down, what you're left with is that this is a beautifully done piece and an exquisite part of toy history. Especially the box, I love the art on there, and the back is cool too. And you know, you can look at this and go all the way to 2022 and see that the boxes for different cars and items is still the same. We have our main art in the front, our item, and then you turn it around and it's a commercial. You know, they want you to buy more whatever you're looking at. It could be Ninja Turtles, could be spaceships, could be aliens or Transformers. It doesn't matter. Usually there's a little excerpt in the back that says, buy more, here's what we have. And it's really cool. It really shows you that nothing has really changed in that aspect. But getting back to the toy, this is a great piece. If you're a fan of Matchbox or old Matchbox or even diecast vehicle history, this is for you. Again, before I go, Brent, thank you so much for picking these up and letting me film them and share it with everybody around the world. It means a lot to me, and I know they mean a lot to you, so I hope these videos are doing them justice. So that's everything I have to say about this 2-pack today. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. If you would like to see new videos every week, subscribe. Again, to all of you out there, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch my content. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.